In the world of business, strategic planning is like the GPS for your financial journey. It's the roadmap that helps you navigate through the twists and turns of the market, guiding you toward your ultimate destination, financial success. But here's the catch: choosing the right time frame for your strategic plan is absolutely crucial. It's like picking the right route for your road trip. Get it wrong, and you might end up lost or stuck in traffic. Let's break this down. When we talk about strategic planning, we're not just talking about setting goals for next quarter or the next fiscal year. We're talking about a comprehensive, systematic process that outlines where your organization is heading over the next several years. It's about creating a vision that aligns with your mission and objectives, ensuring that every financial decision you make is a step toward that larger goal. Now, the first thing you have to consider when selecting a time frame for your strategic plan is the dynamics of your industry. Think about it. Some industries are like roller coasters with rapid changes and constant innovation, while others are more like a scenic train ride, moving steadily along a predictable path. If you're in tech, for example, you need to keep your planning cycles short. The landscape is always shifting, and what's cutting edge today might be obsolete tomorrow. On the other hand, if you're in a more stable industry, like utilities, you can afford to look further into the future. Next up, let's talk about your organizational goals. What are you trying to achieve? If you have ambitious, long-term goals, say expanding into new markets or developing groundbreaking products, then you need a longer planning horizon. But if your focus is on immediate performance improvements or responding to a sudden market shift, a short-term plan might be more appropriate. It's all about aligning your time frame with the scale and complexity of your objectives. And then there's the competitive landscape. In a highly competitive market, the ability to pivot quickly is essential. If you're constantly facing new entrants or disruptive innovations, you'll want to adopt a more agile planning approach. This means shorter time frames that allow you to react swiftly to changes. But remember, agility should not come at the expense of your long-term vision. It's about finding that sweet spot between being responsive and staying true to your broader goals. Economic conditions also play a significant role in determining your planning horizon. In times of uncertainty, think fluctuating interest rates or inflation. You might lean toward shorter plans to maintain financial flexibility. But in more stable economic climates, you can afford to look further ahead, investing in long-term initiatives that may take time to bear fruit. So, how do you decide between short-term and long-term planning? Let's break it down. Short-term planning typically covers 1 to 3 years and is all about immediate goals. It's like sprinting toward the finish line, focused on quick wins. The advantage here is agility. You can adjust quickly and capitalize on opportunities as they arise. But beware, this approach can sometimes lead to a narrow focus, neglecting the bigger picture. On the flip side, long-term planning spans 5 years or more and is about setting enduring objectives. This is where you think big, investing in innovation, market expansion, and positioning for future shifts. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The downside: long-term plans can be rigid, making it tough to adapt to unexpected changes. In reality, many organizations find success by striking a balance between these two approaches. It's not about choosing one over the other, it's about integrating both into your strategic planning process. Use short-term plans to address immediate challenges while keeping your eye on the long-term vision. Now, let's talk about assessing your organization's unique needs. Start by reviewing your mission and vision statements. Are they focused on long-term commitments, or are they more about seizing short-term opportunities? Next, analyze your industry dynamics. Is it fast-paced or stable? Understanding the nature of your industry will help you determine the appropriate planning horizon. And don't forget to consider your organization's goals. Are they primarily about immediate profitability, or do they involve long-term growth? Your goals should dictate your planning timeline. Also, assess your risk tolerance. Are you comfortable making long-term investments with delayed returns, or do you prefer the flexibility of short-term gains? Financial resources are another key factor. Do you have the capacity to commit to long-term initiatives, or are you constrained to shorter projects? Lastly, think about external factors, economic conditions, regulatory changes. Those can significantly impact your planning timeline. Now, here's a handy checklist to guide your decision-making. Ask yourself, what's the nature of our industry? What are our core values, mission, and vision? What are our financial goals, both short-term and long-term? How does our competitive landscape influence our planning horizon? What's our risk tolerance? Do we have the financial resources for a longer planning horizon? What external factors could affect our timeline? By thoroughly assessing these aspects, you'll be better equipped to make informed decisions regarding your strategic planning time frame. As we wrap up, let's highlight some best practices for selecting the right time frame. First, ensure your chosen time frame aligns with your mission and goals. This creates a coherent roadmap for your journey. Second, consider industry dynamics. How quickly does your industry change? Third, balance short-term and long-term goals. A hybrid approach can help you stay agile while keeping your long-term vision intact. Flexibility is key. Build it into your strategic plan, regardless of your chosen horizon. The ability to adapt to unforeseen circumstances is vital for success. Regularly monitor and review your plan, and don't hesitate to make adjustments as needed. Engage stakeholders in the planning process to foster collaboration and buy-in. And finally, learn from past experiences. Reflect on what worked and what didn't, and use those insights to refine your approach in future planning cycles. In conclusion, choosing the right time frame for your strategic plan is a pivotal determinant of your organization's financial success. It's about aligning your strategic goals with the realities of your industry and your organization's unique circumstances. Whether you opt for short-term agility or long-term vision, your planning horizon can make the difference between merely surviving and truly thriving in the competitive business landscape. So, take the insights you've gained today and apply them to your strategic planning processes. Engage with your teams, assess your unique circumstances, and ensure that your strategic plan's time frame aligns with your organization's mission and goals. Remember, strategic planning is not a static exercise. It's a dynamic journey that requires continuous adaptation and refinement to thrive in the face of change. Let's get planning